Well, good morning, Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living Community Online. Hello, here we are. I'm Gina DiGirolamo. It says Gina MBJ because BJ DiGirolamo will be here later. And I've got the wonderful Travis Hogue as our musician. Good morning, Travis. It's an exciting day. Happy Father's Day, Travis.
Thank you
and
very
happy
much.
Father's Day to all of you out there. We're celebrating our fathers, our father figures, Father, God, Spirit, all of it. And so we hope you enjoy this service today, and please share it. Start a watch party, or if you're watching on YouTube, you could share the link with your friends. But let's let Travis get this party started. Take it away, Travis.
All right. Good morning, everybody. You probably know this song is God is My Source, the Karen Drucker classic. She was just with us last week. Thank you so much, Karen, for being here. If you want to, you can sing along or just enjoy the words. This morning we're going to be doing all love songs all day. Starting out with this one. Here it is. God is my source. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. That's it, right there. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. What else? Love. Oh yeah, love. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Of course, peace, right? Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. How about a little joy? You guys give me joy. Joy is his source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Sing this one with me. God is my source. Sing it with me. Get out of your chair. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Big finish. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Woo! Thank you, Travis. All right. Hello, good morning, beloveds. Happy Father's Day to all of you. I would like to welcome you to the Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living, where all that we ask is that you remain open to the possibility of changing your entire life by changing your mind. This service has been designed especially for you. Welcome home. Oh, and I'm Reverend Elizabeth Rowley-Hogue, and I am the Spiritual Director and Senior Minister here at the Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living. And we have an affirmation for today, and it's going to be placed on the screen here. I invite you to please repeat after me. I give myself permission to love.
I give myself permission to love.
By the spiritual power and authority vested in me,
By the spiritual power and authority vested in me,
I hereby declare and decree
I hereby declare and decree
that I am love, loving, and lovable.
that I am love, loving, and lovable.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Woohoo! All right. And now I'll turn it back over to Gina, who is going to introduce our beloved Travis, who really needs no introduction.
No doubt, right? Travis doesn't need any introduction because we love you, Travis. We see you in so many wonderful ways. And we're so excited that you're our musician for today. But for those of you who don't know Travis, I'll give a little background. So Travis Hogue, for the last 2.5 years, has been raising the vibe as music director for the Central Coast Center of Spiritual Living. And he's done an amazing job for us, especially through this last year, Travis, bringing us all these wonderful musicians from all over the country. It's been such a blessing. And also, you've been with, let's see, I totally went off script, but in any case, previously Travis was the primary musician for the Conscious Living Center in Mountain View at Reverend Jane Beach for 6 years, where he provided weekly music for a medium-sized congregation to uplift, heal, and transform. Travis finds inspiration from his connection with spirit as people, the ocean, the trees, and the beautiful nature around him. He plays from the resonance of his feeling tone, from the deepest part of his soul. That's so beautiful, Travis. I love that you connect to your feeling tone, and we feel that. So thank you. And without further ado, here is Travis Hogue.
All right. This is a Gary Lynn Floyd song, Lead Me Where I'm Led. It's a different arrangement. We'll see how this goes. Here we go. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you can hear the guitar. All right. Okay, we got the guitar. All right, here we go. I am stable and secure. I surround myself with joy. I take care of my well-being. Cosmic vibes got me singing. I am stable and secure. I am stable and secure. I surround myself with joy. I take care of my well-being. Cosmic vibes got me singing. I am stable and secure. From the soles of my feet to the top of my head. When the flow is complete, I will go where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. Yeah. Karen says I'm too blessed to be stressed. Eddie says I am the place where God shows up. Jamie says love is my religion, helps me make my own decision to be stable and secure. From the soles of my feet to the top of my head. When the flow is complete, I will go where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. Karen says I'm too blessed to be stressed. Eddie says I am the place where God shows up. Jamie says love is my religion, helps me make my own decision to be stable and secure. From the soles of my feet to the top of my head. Yeah! When the flow is complete, I will go where I'm led. Lead me 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 where I'm led.
Whoa, Travis. Lead me where I'm led. Yeah, you rocked that one, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And good morning, CSL community family. I am your announcements angel today, and my name is BJ DiGirolamo, in case you can't see it down there at the bottom. Anyway, the announcements for today, June 20th. First of all, happy Father's Day to all you beloved fathers out there, grandfathers, spirit fathers, all of you. You're in my heart. Let's see. So afterwards, we have coffee and conversation after the service at 11 a.m.-ish via Zoom. And the link is in the comments section here. Spiritual community connection calls are still happening every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Next Sunday, you won't want to miss this. We have the amazing Laura Berman returning to provide the music for our Sunday service. And we are having our grand reopening at the center with our first hybrid in-person and online service on July 11th. So we will be streaming to Facebook and YouTube from the center at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. More details are coming soon, but you're going to want to mark your calendars for that so you won't miss it. And the reopening committee continues to meet and plan. So if you would like to get involved in this reopening committee, please contact Gina DiGirolamo for more details. And the God is I Am class, which is facilitated by Reverend Elizabeth, and I am helping to assist with that as well as a TA. That begins on June 22nd, which is Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, just a couple days away. And it's an 8-week class. You can register on our website, and we still have 2 opening seats available for the class. So contact Reverend Elizabeth for more information on that. If you like what you're up to, please consider making a donation to support the vision of our center. We have lots of expenses for our reopening, planning, and implementation, and we could really use your help. So any gifts would be much appreciated and always welcome. So please take a moment to share this service on your Facebook feed to spread the word about our amazing center. All right, so that's wrapping it up for the announcements. So I'd also like to invite you at this time, if you have a prayer request, anything that's heavy on your heart or anything that you would like to manifest in your life, a new car, an art studio. I did that. It worked for me. Yeah, love, healing, whatever it is you need prayer for, please let us know. And you can go to cccsl.org for prayer requests. All right. Thanks. And I will turn it.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming to another beautiful Sunday morning. Today, we're going to talk about the presence. Realizing that all action starts in consciousness and is a result of consciousness, prepare your mind to receive the best that life has to offer. Become increasingly aware of the one presence, the one life, the one spirit, which is God. Try to drop a sense of lack or limitation from your thought. The spirit works for you through your belief. All things are possible to the spirit. Therefore, everything is possible to you in such degree as you can believe in and accept the operation of spirit in your life. There is something within you that is completely aware of its oneness with power. of its unity with life. Drop all thoughts of discord and fear and permit the true pattern to come to the surface. Say this: I allow the divine wholeness to flow through me in ever widening circles of activity. Every good I have experienced is now increased. Every joy that has come into my life is now multiplied. There is a new influx of inspiration into my thought. I see more clearly than ever before that divine birthright is freedom, joy, and eternal goodness. The divine presence brings itself to me through love and friendship, through peace and harmony, knowing that life gives according to my faith. I lift my mind, I elevate my faith, I listen deeply to the song of my being. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much, Charlie. What a beautiful reading today. So I just would like to, at this time, invite everybody to turn within and just take a moment and take a deep breath and just really settle into your spot, wherever you are, whenever you're watching. And just know that we are all connected, and time has nothing to do with that. We're connected whether you're watching right now, watching this week later, watching tonight, wherever you are on the planet. It's pretty amazing because there's only one God and one source. That is love, peace, joy, harmony, creativity. It is the fatherhood that supports us and loves us and is available to us at all times. We can never be separate from it. So therefore, if we are never separate from it, we are never separate from each other. And so let's embrace that today in this celebration, in this service, right here, right now, knowing that we are all divinely connected. We are a community of love. We are a community of parenthood, of fatherhood, motherhood. And today, we just know that the spirit of fathers all around, whether they be your biological father, your father figure, an uncle, a brother, or just that fatherly love energy of God that we experience. We know it is coming through all of us today. I know that Reverend Elizabeth is speaking the message and allowing it to flow through her. And as the legacy of her own father, we see it in her smile, and it is so joyful to see that. And we know that Travis, as he sings his songs and is a father to his children, and also the fatherhood that works through him, is a blessing. And so we celebrate this today. And so I know wherever you are, however you're feeling on this day, it's all good and it's all God coming through. And we are all carried by that divine spirit together. And so knowing this truth, knowing this, I am grateful for the opportunity to experience it and express it and feel it with you. And I am grateful for the love that is being shared. And so I could just release this prayer into the law, knowing that Spirit's taking care of everything. And all we need to do is just be open and receptive to it. And so together we can claim our good by saying, and so it is.
And so it is. And thank you very much, Gina. That was a beautiful prayer. Charlie with the Science of Mind reading. It's beautiful. Reverend Elizabeth is going to be joining us in just a minute, delivering this awesome talk. And I have a special guest in the studio here. My son Alex is joining from the Bay Area. Pop your head in now. This is Alex. Hey!
Hello.
No family resemblance there. And we send my love, our love out to my daughter in the Bay Area. She's at home. She just sent me some Father's Day greetings over text, and I'm looking forward to talking with her later. I love you. I love this community. And these are love songs that we're singing today. This is another one from Gary Lynn Floyd. This one he co-wrote with Amy Bishop. It's a chant, and was our mantra in the story that Elizabeth is going to tell you in just a minute. It's called One Step at a Time. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time, yeah. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. Leave behind what's weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I found. The sky is calling, gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time, yeah. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. Leave behind what's weighing me down, wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I found. The sky is calling. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. Are you singing with me? I can hear you. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. Right here. Leave behind what's weighing me down. Leave behind what's weighing me down. Wash away what's holding me back. My heart is falling, face forward, feet on the ground, living in this courage I found. The sky is calling. Gonna climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. No doubt about it, won't stop till I get to the top. One step at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time, yeah. One step at a time, yeah, yeah. One step at a time.
Woo! One step at a time. Thank you
That's
so
right.
much, Travis.
Woo!
Awesome. Hello, friends. If you're just tuning in, my name is Reverend Elizabeth Rowley-Hogue, and I am the Senior Minister and Spiritual Director here at the Central Coast Center for Spiritual Living, located in Templeton, California. And we are broadcasting to you live this morning from our condo in San Luis Obispo. Welcome. We're so glad you joined us. Happy Father's Day. Happy summer solstice. What an amazing weekend this is. We had Juneteenth, and then we have Father's Day today, and we have summer solstice, which occurs today also at 8:32 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And so, yes, speaking of mountains, we climbed a big one last weekend when we visited Pinnacles National Park, one step at a time. But I'm going to get to that a little bit later this morning here. I want to talk a little bit about today being the first day of summer, and you know, the summer solstice is the longest day of the year. And I don't know about you, but it's also the warmest day usually. And Summer solstice felt like it was on Monday when it was over 90 degrees here in SLO, which is unheard of. And but the solstice actually occurs at 8:32 this evening, as I mentioned, and it's a time of warmth, and it's a time of celebration, and we're celebrating the return of the light. The light is back, and then we go into summer and we actually experience warmer days as we go now. Now, the summer solstice reminds us to turn inward, to turn our attention inward within and find that nourishment that is needed within us in order to grow and evolve. And we are embracing this electrifying power of the sun as the light that is within us, right? So today, let's embrace that electrifying light of spirit that is within us. This marks the midpoint of the year, and it's a time of new beginnings. And so, wow, it's definitely a time of new beginnings for California, as this has been a really big week. California reopened and officially, and so things are continuing to transform and change, and we're all sort of witnessing. We've become comfortable and adjusted so well over the last year into our bubbles of our own individual bubbles with our families and our select friends, and in our homes when we've been sheltering at home. And I've been working from home, my day job, and we've been doing our services here from home. And so now it's like there's just so much love for a home that it actually takes effort to go out. And so know that at the center, we are holding everyone in prayer and holding all of you close to our hearts as we each find our way through re-emerging. I think of re-emerging when I would go on silent retreat, and I'd be on retreat for like a week in total silence and then come back into the world. And it was like a re-emerging. It's different. We've transformed to such a degree, and now we're taking this new transformation of who we have become into the world. And it's like this experience of integration. And so everything that we realized and began to understand and value, and we've learned for ourselves what's important to us. And so again, here we are climbing a proverbial mountain one step at a time, re-emerging and reintegrating. And so one of those things for us as a center has been, okay, well, what are we doing? We looked at our building and did an assessment of our building, and we had been gone from the building for over a year. And wow, the building needs a lot of attention and a lot of love. And so I'm so grateful for Travis, who has spent over 50 hours, probably up to 100 hours by now in the last month at least, going and assessing and calling in contractors and getting bids for landscapers and all of this work. And then BJ working with Bresden, and then Gina has formed a reopening committee. And so everyone is super busy in the background preparing the center for those of you who are local to get to come home and meet in person. And now there's also, we've got a whole new group of you who have joined and been with us this whole year, and we've developed deep relationships and friendships, and you're in other states. And so we want to keep you with us. And so we have these new challenges of, okay, having a hybrid service, and what does that look like? And we're going to need this equipment and that equipment. And gratefully, there are people working on that, Gina and Travis. And anyway, just hold them close to your hearts and send them some love, because they are really doing a lot of footwork for all of us. And we are so grateful and so, so blessed. With that said, let's take a moment to call in our fathers, and let's just either you can speak their name out loud, or maybe type their name into the comment section, either on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching from. And we're calling in our fathers, and either our biological fathers or those who have fathered us at some point. In fact, any father that you know. So let's take a moment. I'm thinking of my dad, Don, and Travis's dad, Emmett, and my uncle Kenny, and Gina's dad, Tony. And let's just call them all in. So we're calling in the fathers and that father energy. And let's just take this moment to have a little 15 or 20 seconds of stillness as we allow those names to come in and allow that energy to join us here. Thank you. Thank you. And so, of course, we send our love out to all of the fathers, whether you have children, whether they are your own children or stepchildren, or whether you have fur babies and or reptiles that you father, whatever. I know that you feel this love from us in this moment, and know that we are so grateful for you and for who you are. And we're going to talk a little bit more about divine feminine and divine masculine in a moment. But I want to look at some dadisms today to start us off. And when I think of dadisms, these are my dadisms. And I invite you to also imagine with me what some of the other dadisms are for you. And you can share them in the comments as well if you would like. That would be beautiful. And so for me, one of my dadisms, or one of the lessons really that I got from my dad, was that he taught me to be quick-witted. He taught me to be quick on my feet, in other words. When I was a little girl, I would ask him questions. Why is this? Why is that? As a typical young girl, I asked a ton of questions. And one day he said, "Are you writing a book or something?" And and I was baffled. I had nothing to say, and I stopped asking questions. But until the next day, right? And then I started asking more questions. Questions of why is this? What is that? How come this? Why that? Trying to understand this world that I was living in. And he said, "Are you writing a book?" And I said, "Yes." And I was so proud of myself. "Yeah, I'm writing a book." I need this info, need it. It was so funny. And he was shocked that I said yes. And he didn't answer my questions anyway, but we forgot about it and laughed. And then another day or two goes by. And again, me with the questions. And then my dad says, "Are you writing a book or something?" And I say, "Yes, I'm ready with my yes." And then he says, "We'll leave that chapter out." I'm like, "What? Oh my gosh, he got me again." Then I was quiet and I had to figure out a good response. And of course, I came back the next day and started asking him questions again. We went through the whole process. "You writing a book or something?" "Yeah, I'm writing a book." And he says, "Well, leave that chapter out." And I say, "But it's chapter 1. And he stopped. And then that was the end of that. We never did that little game of, "Are you writing a book?" It was so funny, though. And he taught me how to ride a bike. I remember I had training wheels on my red Schwinn bicycle, and it had the banana seat and those big handlebars with the little ribbons. And he would walk along with me, and he'd walk and walk, and we just kept on walking, and I wouldn't want him to leave. And then I can still see that moment in my mind's eye, the image of that time when he let go of the bike and I was on my own. And it was this feeling of freedom and overflowing joy. And it makes me a little weepy. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. And then seeing him and the pride that he had in that feat was so beautiful. And of course, the last one is he taught me about setting my intention. He was giving me science of mind lessons when I was young. And, I would wake up late and be late for things, late for school, then late for a job. And he told me one day that I actually didn't really even need an alarm clock, that all I had to do was tell myself what time I wanted to get up in the morning just before I fall asleep at night, and I would wake up. So I put it to the test. Got to get up at 6 a.m. And sure enough, the next morning, woke up at 5:59 a.m. Amazing. I was so stoked about that. And I love that story even today as we are in the science of mind teaching, teaching me principle back then. So, what are some of these beautiful gems that you all have? I would love to hear those if they come up for you, either now or as we continue to proceed through this service. Maybe there's a line or something that your dad always said, or the person who fathered you always said. I would love to hear from you on those dadisms. And so I want to take this moment also to really acknowledge that not everyone had a great relationship with their dad. Please know that I see you and I know that you are loved. And the invitation that I have for you in that case is to consider the fatherly figures in your life, or even consider the divine itself and celebrate them on this day. Divine Daddy's Day. Yes. And so we've got the divine masculine, which is really the activating and choosing part of life, which sets things in motion. And then we have the divine feminine, which receives the energy and creates the outcome. And so if you think about masculine qualities also, well, we'll get to that in a moment, but from the divine masculine and divine feminine, it's that reciprocal energy of the masculine and feminine that creates our life experiences. So you've got the activating, choosing part of life, the thing that sets things in motion, and the divine feminine, which is the receiving energy, which creates the outcome, right? And so you've got spirit. If you're looking at our teaching symbol, there is the top part of spirit, and there's the involution of spirit that goes into the creative medium, which is considered to be the divine feminine aspect. And then from that medium, there is a production into form. And so that's what we are thinking of when we think of that creative experience in our lives. And we're always creating with what we're thinking about is what we're bringing about, and what we dwell upon is what we are becoming. And it is a beautiful experience when you can really tap into that place in you of knowing that you are creating in every moment. So, my friends, what are you creating right now, today? Excuse me. So we all contain the nurturing energy of the mother, and we likewise contain that moving and activating energy of the father. Every one of us contains that energy, and every one of us has within us masculine qualities and feminine qualities, and masculine qualities being assertive, protective, rational, linear, logical thinkers, independence, somewhat forceful, self-confident, strong, left-brained, and dominant. These are features that are more prominent in masculine, in other words. And the more prominent feminine qualities are being intuitive, creative, nurturing, compassionate, right brain, allowing. We're sensitive, graceful, and I have allowing in there twice. There's a reason for that. we allow, we allow things to be as they are, which is so important. But the point is that we have these masculine and feminine qualities, and it's the two together, whichever are more prominent. It's okay. They end up balancing each other out, which is such a beautiful thing. So our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, wrote, "One God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all. It would be impossible to make a clearer statement of truth. One life beyond, one life behind all that lives. One, one, one. Never two. The unity of all life. To learn this is to know the secret of the ages," he says. Now that's from the Science of Mind textbook, page 493, paragraph 6. Now, last weekend, Travis and I visited Pinnacles National Park in Soledad, California. And by the way, did you know that the volcanic rock formations there are over 23 million years old? Wow, that's practically eternal, right? Well, I was amazed about our experience, and for so many reasons. But one beautiful thing that I experienced was disconnecting. We stayed in a place where there was no cell signal. And so having no cell signal, I was totally present. And it's like, what's really going on here, And I realized for myself that I had become so relied so much, become so reliant upon connecting with Facebook, which speaks to my desire to be connected. And it's my desire to be connected with friends and my desire to be connected ultimately with spirit itself, right? Spirit, myself within, connecting with that space. But I was out, always looking at Facebook, posting about events, posting everything about my life. And then it's like, okay, and now here I am. And so it was a beautiful, beautiful weekend to just be present with my husband and to sort of be on, I don't want to say the other side, but a new side of this experience called life and this journey that we are on. And it was really like a marking point of new beginnings. Yeah, new beginnings. See, we're always building a new normal. We create our experiences in our lives. We create our circumstances, our conditions, the places in which we live, the routines that we have, the exercise routines, our spiritual practices, and all of that, right? We are constantly evolving. We are constantly evolving, and it's beautiful. And so being disconnected got me to be real present with life as it is. And then upon return to Facebook, I guess, upon return to reality with Facebook as the secondary now, was, the opening of California. And I noticed that there's so many people that have been feeling stressed and uncertain and anxious with this undercurrent of fear of becoming too busy. And what occurred to me is that, okay, so we've had this time where we are in our homes so much, and we have created or been given opportunities to do things easily from our homes. And now there's going to be an extra step of getting out in the world and driving and all of this extra work. But nevertheless, what came to me that I find such comfort in times like these is a quote by one of my favorites, Ralph Waldo Emerson. And it resonates very deeply with me, and I wanted to share that with you. What lies behind us and what lies before us are but tiny matters compared to what lies within us. What lies behind us and what lies before us are but tiny matters compared to what lies within us. That really allows us to be present in this moment right now. So whatever happened in the past and whatever is happening in the future, tiny matters. What's happening here in this moment is the divine presence, the spirit that has landed in this bodysuit for such a time as this, for us to experience, express, and grow and love and have joy and a beautiful experience of life. It's happening right now. And so we can let everything else fall away. Bloated nothingness is what I like to call it. The fears and the anxieties and all of that. Let's just let that dissipate right now, back into the nothingness from whence it came. Let it dissolve. Let it dissolve and be present and available to the one that walks through all feet. And so let us remember that we have the strength of God within us to use always in all ways. It's that mighty, magnificent force that is propelling us forward or upward into the next great iteration of ourselves, our greater yet to be. Yes? Now, when I surrender to the power and presence of God within and let it lead the way, my faith is strengthened. And that's where that beautiful song comes in. Lead me where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. Lead me, Spirit, where I am led. I will follow. And my faith is strengthened by that, because leaning into the presence of Spirit quiets that voice of fear. It quiets the anxiety, because Spirit is like this monolithic being, right? It's this monolithic presence, rather, and it is here always. It is older than those volcanic rocks that I saw, and it is closer than my breathing and nearer than my hands and feet. And so as I begin to experience change, I look for signs of this eternal presence within me and all around me. And I find it everywhere. I find it everywhere. And I know that you will too, if that's what you're looking for. You will find what you are looking for. What are you looking for? There's something about standing next to a monolithic volcanic rock that's 23 million years old, jutting out from Mother Earth into the air, that raises the questions like, what matters the most? What's really going on here? Is what I'm doing propelling me towards God's highest idea of itself as my life? Am I being who I came here to be? Is it time to stop playing small? And as American poet Mary Oliver put it, tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? All things to ponder, right? And so keep on walking. So Travis and I started out last Saturday on a 3-mile hike, and we decided we're going to keep on walking. And then at one point we were wondering if this would ever end. Is this ever going to end? You know, it started as 3 miles and we went to the top, the pinnacle, the apex, and then we came back down, and we met up with some people who were staying at the hotel we were also staying at, and they were turning off to go back to the parking lot. And we said, oh, we're going to go around. And they said, oh, you're going to be gone all day. And we just said, oh, okay. You know, we kind of laughed them off, but sure enough, we were gone all day. And we went around and we hiked, and we just kept walking, because what are you going to do? Keep on walking, right? One step at a time, one step at a time. Anyway, we're going down and then we're going up again, and we thought it was all downhill from here. And finally we found a resting point. It was like 92 degrees out there. I know. And we found a resting point in the shade, and we were discussing, you know, how important it is to bring an excess amount of water on a hike like this. And if we're going to do such a long hike such as this, we really need to plan ahead for it. especially in the heat, 92 degrees, it makes everything go a lot slower. And so we started describing how those big gulps of water would feel. I remember I was imagining and sharing with Travis how you would just be able to take these big drinks and have that refreshing feeling, and where your thirst is quenched and you're good to go. You know the feeling, right? And then we were imagining and catching this feeling tone of the goodness of water, and discussing the purchase of larger backpacks so that we could carry larger containers of water. We're going to need a bigger backpack. And they have camelbacks, right? And they have the different sizes, and camelbacks and other packs come with what's called a bladder. For those of you that don't know, that is a lightweight water bag that fits into your pack, and it has this tube, and then you can just have water all day with that tube right next to you. And yeah, so this is sounding great. Great ideas. We're planning, we're remembering the goodness of hydration and grateful for our future hydration, when suddenly a group of hikers came walking down the trail, stopped in the shade with us. We asked them about the trail that they just came from, seeking confirmation that we were in fact headed in the right direction and back to our truck. And yes, we found we were on track. And then they said the 4 magic words: do you need water? Yes, please. Yes, please. We were so stoked without hesitation. And so they went on to share with us that they were on their way down and they still had 2 full containers of water, one of which they had not yet taken a drink from, and it was clean. And the gal said, "Oh, would you like me to pour it into your water bottle?" Sure. So now here we are. We've got our water bottle out. It was like the waitress had come and poured us water. How cool is that? And so I took a big drink, super refreshed. Travis took a big drink, super refreshed. And then we took another, and we thanked our fellow hikers as they departed. And Travis and I thanked God. And we acknowledged in that moment the principle of mental equivalence. A mental equivalent is creating a mental picture of the thing desired. We cannot manifest anything in our lives unless we have this mental equivalent of it. Now, it could be a picture, it could be the feeling tone, you're acting as if you have it, you can conceive of it, you can see it as a possibility in your life, and what we think about, we bring about, right? So spirit is constantly reinforcing our understanding of principle if we're paying attention and looking for it. So I ask you again, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? Now, we could have sat and described how parched and thirsty we were and how hot it was and how this was horrible, focusing on our lack of water and thereby creating more of the same thirst. Can you relate to this? Instead, we talked about, imagined, dreamed, planned, and gave thanks for the thing that we desired: water. It seems so simple, right? But water. Thank you for water, God. And the universe responded. The universe replies. We sprang up joyfully and carried on, knowing, yes, we are always provided for, and so are you. Yes, there is a God, and it manifests as love and law within each of us. These are divine masculine, divine feminine features. It works for us by working through us. Try it. You won't be disappointed. So we experienced an evolution that day. And today's topic, what is evolution without love? Well, if love is the self-givingness of spirit, without that love, evolution is just noitu. Evolution without love is noitu. Now, the download I got from Spirit on that yesterday was noitu is not outpicturing infinite truth universal. It means that we may experience change in our lives, but the change isn't a lasting transformation because it may be selfish or it may be out of alignment with universal good, which is the good for all. Noitu. So evolution without love is Noitu. Consider those hikers. They brought love. They shared kindness, loving kindness from their hearts with us. They didn't have to, but it was like it was instinctual for them. So maybe we can all grow and open and become to a greater degree who we came here to be by having that level of kindness be our default. So going to climb this mountain, won't stop till I get to the top, one step at a time. Life is full of peaks and valleys, highs and lows. Have you noticed? Oh my goodness, full of highs and lows, right? Some tips for the journey. We're all on this cosmic trail. We're cosmic hikers on the trail to eternity. So look for the helpers, number one. Don't isolate. Look for the helpers. Talk about that which you seek to manifest in your life rather than speaking about your disapproval of what you see. You don't like this, you don't like that. Speak about what you would love, and that will come to you. Keep on walking, one step at a time. One step at a time, right? If there is something heavy on your heart that you're currently walking through, keep walking. Keep walking, one step at a time. You are always provided for. Bring enough water. I can't stress that enough. Bring enough water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. And lastly, enjoy this journey, especially those peaceful, serene moments in between the peaks and the valleys. Enjoy that space. This is your space. This is your life. This is our time. And so I will close with sending bright summer solstice blessings to each of you. I celebrate the light of consciousness within me, within you, and within all. As I reflect upon the celestial potential for consciousness to awaken for everyone, imagine that with me. I'm going to say that sentence again. As I reflect upon the celestial potential for consciousness to awaken for everyone, it fills me with giddy bliss, for I know and believe that, yes, it is possible and it's happening now. I'm deeply grateful on this day as I harvest my good and appreciate Mother Earth for the abundant bounty and harvest always provided for. What a gift. Thank you. Thank you. So onward we go, raising the vibration, up-leveling consciousness, moving forward, and advancing further into the light. Let's pray. So turning our attention inward, once again, we return to the light, this beautiful, bright light within us. And that light is within me, and it is within each one of you. It is ever present within all of us. And I'm so grateful for this divine light. I'm so grateful for knowing that Spirit is expressing through and as me and through and as each one of us. And knowing that this is so, I know that I can lean in to the divine at any given moment and find that comfort and be in that presence of love and know that, yes, I am always provided for. I am deeply cared for. I am loved. I am loving, and I am lovable. And so as we go forward from here throughout our days and celebrate the fathers, I know we're celebrating the divine Father, Mother, God within all of life, expressing everywhere the entire manifest universe It's a celebration of life, my friends, and we are the guests of honor. And so we celebrate. We celebrate this presence of love. We celebrate our fathers and the fathers of our friends and our Heavenly Father, the divine creator of everything. Spirit. Spirit is in the house, my friends, and I am so grateful I'm alive as I give thanks for this day and all the blessings contained within it. As I release this prayer, knowing it is so, and so it is.
Love be with you. Peace enfold you. Spirit lift you. Breathe it in. Truth come through you. May good flow to you. And let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. All together, hand in hand, receive the lie, we take a stand, and we are changing. A whole new life for you and me. Take your past and set it free. Share this blessing. Love be with you. Peace enfold you. Spirit lift you. Breathe it in. Truth come through you. May good flow to you. Let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Ooh, love be with you. Here it is. Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, good flow to you, and let joy renew you, yeah. Woo! Sing it with me right here. Love be with you. Love be with you. Love be with you. Love be with you, yeah. Love be with you.
Oh, love be with you too, Travis. Thank you. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful song. Thank you so much. All right, friends, it's now time for our offering. Once again, we have a lot of expenses and we appreciate your donations. Our center is fully funded by our donors, and so we are grateful for everyone. And we have a giving affirmation. You can actually give through PayPal. There is a paypal.me/CCCSL love. That is in your comment section here. And there's also, can you pop up the give with Facebook in there? Let's see. There's also a way to get, I don't see it. I don't see the give. Maybe it's me. Oh, there it is. Thank you. And that give button just popped up through Facebook. So if you'd like to give through Facebook, that is one easy way to do it. And now we have the giving affirmation. I invite you to please repeat after me. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift.
From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift.
I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper.
I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper.
It is evidence of my faith and my belief.
It is evidence of my faith and my belief.
It does great work in the world
It does great work in the world
and returns to me multiplied abundantly.
and returns to me multiplied abundantly.
and, so, and so it is.
And so it is.
Abundantly.
Abundantly.
That was the perfect amount of time I was able to make my Facebook donation right through my phone. All right, friends, won't you know with me that you are never alone, that God is where you are right now and always. And all that we ever need do is look within, and it is here we will find we are guided, sustained, directed, and inspired by a source that knows only good. Joyously, let us make use of these gifts in all that we think, in all that we say, and in all that we do. And please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It is this thing called life.
Oh, man, I missed it. Do it again, please.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
Something wonderful is happening as me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my pocketbook.
Life is in my pocketbook.
Life is in my relationships.
Life is in my relationships.
Life is everywhere.
Life is everywhere.
I think it.
I think it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I express it.
I express it.
I accept it.
I accept it.
Just the way that it is,
Just the way that it is,
and just the way that it is not.
and just the way that it is not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
Woo!
Thank you, life. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Reverend Elizabeth. What a wonderful service. Happy Father's Day. Happy summer solstice. Happy June 19th was Juneteenth the other day. And Travis is going to take us out, and we're all going to meet up on Zoom. So we hope to see you guys there.
All together, hand in hand, receive the lie, we take a stand, and we are changing a whole new life for you and me. Take your past and set it free. Share this blessing. Oh, I love you. I love all of you. I love all these love songs today. Share that love. Yeah. Love be with you. Love be with you. Love be with you. Bye, friends.